Alrighty, so before we continue, I just want to make a little correction. Thing is, even though I want to make these videos like a casual conversation, accuracy is important to me. So let me just state, so earlier I mentioned Ancient Mother, and I was talking about the tunnel which is called the Old Woman's Vagina. It is not an exit, it's an entrance. It's a symbolic entrance to her womb. But yeah, after the 6.5 years of education that they receive from Ancient Mother, the exit, the graduation exit, is actually a normal sized door. And that's where they leave. So just wanted to make that minor correction. And of course from there, they are fully men. They're fully men and of society, and they can even participate in the Panther dance, which is danced by the men who's wearing those brown bag-like masks. That's called the Beloi, which is a very energetic, athletic dance involving somersaults and all sorts of amazing stuff. Another performance that I hadn't mentioned that also is showing up in the slideshow is this performance where men juggle little girls, girls that are below the age of 8. And they juggle these girls while they're also juggling knives. Pretty wild stuff, huh? So yeah, I think I wanted to have some darkness on this mouth here. Yeah, so I read about that in another book of mine, which I believe the title is also African Art. I can't remember the subtitle off the top of my head. It's not, that book's not in this room at the moment. But anyway, yeah, when I first read about that, I was like, whoa, how do they manage that without hurting the little girl? But yeah, I actually saw a video of it, and yeah, those are some pretty brave little girls. One of the things they did with the girl is they swung the little girl around, and one guy was swinging the girl around, and another guy was putting the knives like right next to her neck. So yeah, that's a brave little girl right there. And little girls go under a trance while they're doing this. The girls actually get compensated financially for this, so that's important to note. And I'm assuming the parents are okay with it. So yeah, interesting, dangerous but interesting tradition. But these men are very highly trained. They know what they're doing, so yeah, just wanted to mention that as well. Is my head covering the shot? Sorry, I'm leaning so far in right now. And no, we're good, right? Okay. But yeah, the reason I'm darkening this area is because this top part here should be casting a shadow down here. We're also going to darken some of these teeth as well. So I kind of wish I thought of that before I even drew in the teeth, because this would have been easier. But whatevs, it's all good. So let's get back to talking about Ganon, or Ganondorf, for a sec here. Now Ganondorf, and specifically I want to talk about Ganondorf and Smash Bros for a sec. Now it's not a unique opinion that a lot of fans would like to see Ganondorf get a more unique moveset in that game that is more reflective of his appearances in the main Zelda games, because essentially right now he's just kind of a what you call a clone character. Because he takes a lot of his moves from Captain Falcon, and this was even more true back when me and my friends were playing the most, back when we were playing Melee. They've switched it up a little bit more, but he's still essentially like Captain Falcon. Now, my opinion, the solution to that should be, one, you want to keep that moveset that many of us have come accustomed to, but you also want a new moveset for Ganondorf. So what you do is you give Ganondorf a completely unique new moveset, but you also introduce another F-Zero character, such as Samurai Goro, or that other guy. I can't remember his name, but he kind of looks like Batman. I don't know if I've ever known that guy's name, but there's some dude that looks like Batman. He's like one of the villains in F-Zero, who famously in that, even though I didn't really watch that anime, he famously in an anime scene got like blown up by Captain Falcon when he was doing the Falcon Punch. But yeah, so we could assign Ganondorf's current moveset to that, and that would work out. But yeah, we definitely want to retain that moveset for some people, because for example, my best friend Josh, that was in Melee, that was his main character right there. Nowadays, because they've sort of nerfed Ganondorf quite a bit, Josh is more likely to use Princess Peach. He's also gotten pretty good with Olimar, and the hell's that character? The Animal Crossing character? I don't know its name. The Villager? Yeah, it's a pretty generic name. Shouldn't be that hard for me to remember, but I guess I was struggling a little bit on that. Let's darken these teeth a bit. Smash Bros. Has always been a very important game in my life, because back in the day, back when I was in high school, about every Thursday, me and my friends would go to Josh's house, and we'd go and play some Smash. And yeah, that was me, Josh, Mike, and Justin. And yeah, that third friend of mine there has the exact same first name as me. But yeah, my main in Smash was, for Melee anyway, my main in Smash was Link. And as previously stated, my buddy Josh, his main was Ganondorf. Mike was really good with Fox. He was also really good with Sheik too, from what I recall. And I always got annoyed that he would just use Sheik and not Zelda. But, I mean, I guess I can't really complain. They basically split those characters apart nowadays, so I was just whining for no reason. But yeah, he was really good with Sheik too. And my buddy Justin, he was good with Marth, from what I recall. So yeah, I still remember what everyone was, which character everyone used the most still. Actually, at some point when we were in high school, I was trying to make like a funny little comic strip of like us getting sucked into the game. I think probably a lot of us gamers have had that kind of weird fantasy idea at one point or another. We're probably going to darken these teeth as well. Yeah, I think so. but we want these teeth to be darker than these because we want that to recede more into space. But yeah, anyway, so where was I? Yeah, so I want to put some more water on this brush too, just a bit. So yeah, I made this little comic strip of us getting placed into the game. Well, unfortunately, I never finished it, but it was kind of funny as far as I recall. Also wound up doing another comic strip when I was in high school too. And that was like, the idea of that was, what if our school got, what's the word I'm looking for, infested with zombies. And I wound up having a bunch of people from the school in that. In fact, people, when I was in high school, people somehow learned about me making that zombie comic, and they came up to me and was like, "Oh, hey Justin, can I be in the comic?" I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" But that too, I never really finished, unfortunately. I did get a decent bit done of that, but yeah, it didn't get finished. But whatever. It was fun. It was a fun little experiment while it lasted. But yeah, I want to mention that this was before zombies got cliche. Like, there's way too much zombie these days. You know, it's kind of annoying how much they've entered the media. You know what I mean? Like, get it. You like brains. Let's move on to some other subject matter. But yeah, it used to be cool stuff back in the day. I remember last good game that I enjoyed was that was zombie related was a GameCube remake of Resident Evil, the first one. Me and my buddy Josh, we played that together. That was some good times right there. Also, I really enjoyed Resident Evil 4 as well for the GameCube. That was really good. That was like, wow, they finally made Resident Evil playable. They made Resident Evil 4. Because those tank controls are annoying as hell. Even though I enjoyed playing Resident Evil 1, that was because, 1, it was a remake, and 2, my best friend Josh really wanted to try it out, so we played it together, and that made that otherwise frustrating game far more manageable. And there was something I noticed about the Kponungo mask. Now, I've seen the Kponungo mask many times throughout the years of my study, and some of them, not all of them, but some of them have this other extra motif next to the nose. A lot of times they'll just have one long solid nose, but I noticed there's, especially the one I'm referencing, there's this other thing, and I don't know, I never really thought too much about it, but, like, you know, it could have been, like, I was thinking at the time, maybe it's a nose plug, but the Senufo don't do nose plugs. So I was really thinking about it, and I was like, is that another nose coming out of that nose? A double nose? That's wild. So I might actually want to put that in there. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, my nose is itchy. Speaking of noses. Off the top of my head, I can't think of another African mask that does that. Double nose? That's fucking interesting. So, we might actually put that in there. What other things? I mean, that's mostly it off the top of my head. Is we might modify the nose. We're gonna put Gerudo script up here. I think that's what we're gonna do. and I want to put a little Triforce there. I was never much of a Bob Ross kind of watcher, but I watched some of his stuff recently just because it is the sort of thing that I'm trying to do here. Though I'm not exactly drawing happy clouds, but yeah, I noticed the way he gets the paint off his brush, he just whacks it across like I don't know, it was some kind of stand or something. But yeah, I ain't gonna be doing that. I don't want to get water all over the place. But yeah, I thought that was kind of amusing. So, I have this paint that I bought somewhat recently, and honestly it seems mostly useless. But we're going to try it for this particular thing. Let me put it right here. So this is Heavy Body Acrylic Liquitex. That's the brand that I use. It's a gold paint. Now, does it have real gold in it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, this shit was expensive as hell, so maybe it does. I don't freaking know. But so far it's felt like an expensive waste of time. It doesn't blend with anything. You try to blend it with any paint and it's just, the metallicness just loses its luster completely. So if you're going to use this, you got to use it flat. Flat and by itself. But the Triforce is flat, so hey. So let's give this a go. And if it doesn't look good, then I'll just erase it. Or I might do it in another color, such as yellow, because let's be honest, usually, even though they're called like the Golden Goddesses and stuff like that, I mean, usually the Triforce is displayed as a yellow color. But I have gold! Gold! So let's try it out. It should point that way. I'm looking at how the lines are going to point and connect. Is this brush too thick? I feel like this brush might be too thick. Though that is showing up, which is promising. But let me remove this from my brush because I feel like we want an even thinner, more precise brush. And maybe, just maybe, I should finally bust out one of the new brushes I got. Brand new brush, never used. Let's give it a go. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, I guess that's I guess that don't look too bad. Yeah, let's go with this. Why not? Let's get that this thing doesn't really want to bend, does it? I might want to go over inside here with some purple to eliminate some of that, because it's a little bulky on the left side because we started with that other brush. But yeah, we can eliminate that. But yeah, I don't know, this gold is, yeah, like I said, as I suspected, it works for just flat images. I don't remember exactly how much it cost, but it did cost a bit more than your average Liquitex paint. Paint in general is pretty expensive. The the professional kind, anyway. You remember those rumors that the Triforce was attainable in Ocarina of Time? I remember being fascinated by that stuff. But yeah, so many rumors before the internet was a thing. Well, actually, the internet probably helped spread that rumor, now that I think about it. But now that we're in more of a mature internet phase, most people know that idea that you could get the Triforce in Ocarina of Time is completely false. Yeah, this is looking a little sloppy. We're gonna have to go over with the purple. Yeah, we're gonna have to eliminate some of that with some of the purple. But yeah, for the time being, I'm just trying to really thickly lay on that gold so that it appears more, you know. Look at that beautiful double nose, my friends. That thing is awesome. What do you think, my spirit friend?
That's majestic as f***.
Alrighty. Now that we got our double nose, let's christen it with some nostrils. Let's see here. We're going to use the same color that we used on the eyes, because the double schnoz deserves such a color, such a standout color. Now that we got the nostrils in there, we're pretty much done, folks. It's there. It's all there, man. Now we edited over a couple of things, added more shadows, cast shadows. We finished our Triforce, and you might have also noticed that I added some Gerudo text. Some lovely Gerudo text. It's my favorite symbols from Zelda. I prefer over the Hylian, yes I do. As for what that means, I'm going to let you Zelda fans figure that out for yourselves. I'm sure some of you already know exactly what it says. Now, other than that, yep, I think it turned out pretty well, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you learned something about Africa. And I hope you also enjoyed my commentary on Zelda. I think it's important for more people to learn about African culture by utilizing popular media such as video games, and in this case my favorite video game series, Zelda. I think it provides a good opportunity for more people to learn about something they might not otherwise get to learn about. I want to say thank you again for watching, and please subscribe for more. Please share these videos with your friends.